Guys, girls, goblins, welcome to another poddy. Your boys are back. I'm Relic, he's Marty O'Cool, and we are Controls and Katanas. And today we're kicking it straight off with Sakamoto Days, episode 5. So this one basically is kicking off as soon as the last one ended. Lou just absolutely hammered, still drinking mid-fight, which was pretty funny. She's talking about the no-kill rule. Like, no, we can't kill. We're not allowed to kill. It's a family rule. It's a family rule. And then she starts talking about how it took her like no time to learn the register. Like, I'm really good at using the register. I'm good on the tills.
Yeah, I love
She's
it.
just going through all these different stages, isn't she, of like being drunk. Like she's a happy drunk. Then she becomes like an angry drunk. And then they become like best friends.
Yeah, and then she becomes like instantly sober. And she's like, "What's going on? What why are you tied to that table, Shin?" And then that is it Obagoro, isn't it? The bird. She's like,
yeah, Obagoro.
Because she had a good fight. She's like, it becomes like you say, like they become best mates, don't they? Her and Lou. She starts like, hugging Lou, and Lou's like, "What is going on?" Because she just obviously didn't know what was happening because she was drunk. Yeah, it's very
so
funny,
confused. So confused. But yeah, obviously Sakamoto's shed all his weight at this point. So we've got skinny Sakamoto.
At this point,
his mustache has gone as well. Where's his mustache gone? It's disappeared, bro.
Quick shave, mate.
He is rapid skinny. Like, he's punched Hard-Boiled's glove clean off his hand, just obliterated his entire glove. And it's within like a minute, he's battered him, and then they're mates. They become mates. Yeah. Like, do we just become best friends?
I like the bit he just like punched him. They end up on like a carousel wheel, don't they?
Yeah, it's sick.
And it ends. The woman's like, "Who's going to pay for this damage or whatever?"
I just want to know who's paying for these damages.
Have you ever seen like so that fight between them two? Makes obviously it shows that Taru is the best like legendary assassin, but also Hard-Boiled sees like why he respected him back in the day and stuff.
Yeah,
because he's gone back to that form now of like battering him and being solid basically. So yeah.
What made me laugh though is when they became friends and Hard-Boiled proper dropped Taro in it. Yeah. He's mentioned the price on his head, and Mrs. Sakamoto has like overheard it. She's just intimidating Taro. And Boiled as well. He's crapping his pants as well, isn't he? Pulls out the family rules again. These are the family rules.
Yeah, so they're just meeting, and obviously she's like saying, right, sorted out kind of thing. He's had to like spill the beans, tell her what's cracking off, that he's got hit on his head. So she's like basically sort it, and the way to do this is to find the head of this organization that's obviously put the hit on his head, and obviously get him to stop it. We don't know how he's going to do that yet, but that's the plan. Is what they plan to do. So we're going to see how that progresses over the next couple of episodes.
And then I get confused because Taro's fat again. Sakamoto's just gained loads of weight again. He's just eating bare food.
Yeah, so they go to this the headquarters, don't they? They go to headquarters, and during that time, he's had so much food that he's got fat again. It's like, what the heck, man?
Even everyone around him's like, how's he gained so much weight in such a small amount of time? So I don't. That bit did confuse me. Like I don't understand that part of it. Like, why did he randomly become skinny and then fat again? Like, I don't really understand what's happening there. Is it like a power he's got or something?
I don't know. Yeah. This guy's moustache back as well, aren't he?
You got to meet the Order, which is like a group in the association, which includes Nagamo.
Legend, mate.
And then you got the JAA members. They're all turning up, murked off basically. They just keep turning up done for. They've been killed basically, haven't they? They just keep getting done in. And obviously they're meant to investigate it. The Order. Taro, Shin, and Lou have broke into the Dondenkai, whatever it's called, building.
Yeah.
And there's just bodies everywhere. Literally just bodies everywhere. Nagamo is just sat in a chair. And it's like a pretty cool scene with just loads of bodies around him.
Yeah, at first he makes out he's there, like he's killed them all. but he's there investigating, isn't he? And obviously, we have that scene
they're
where
already dead, weren't they?
yeah, so we have that scene where Shin and like Lou are literally booting him again, aren't they?
Yeah,
He's got
because
a long,
obviously
he's got a long time
he's so quick. Like he essentially just can stab Shin in the neck, like, and Shin wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. Like he literally could have killed Shin easily in that moment. And
It's one of them.
I honestly thought Shin was done for as well, you know. But obviously that knife, he stabbed it in his neck, but it's like a joke one, like it's on a spring into it, like a plastic one. I honestly thought he was dead, mate. I was like, what? Like you can't move Shin off at this point, bro. What's happening, man?
I like the other guy as well, but yeah, the JA or whatever, we have that little like meal around the table.
Yeah.
And it's that crazy. I can't remember the guy, but it's like one crazy guy. One of the waiters gets his order wrong, and it's like literally gets him on the table, like stabbing his head in. Like, just... That's like, what the
proper
heck's going
battering him,
on?
doesn't he?
I think he like kills the guy, doesn't he? But I was like, what the hell is
It's
he
like
doing?
proper unnecessary, mate. Dead
Mental,
over the top. Well, I'm interested to see more of this Nagamo guy. He seems like he's powerful. He's going to be a pretty cool character, I think.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
you get a brief look at the killer, don't you? But it was obviously just him from behind, or her. You don't really know who it is. But there's just loads of hitman going in and out the shop too, aren't they? Just keep getting filled in. Just all day, every day, they're just like, hitman, oh, here's another one, batter him, here's another one, batter him, here's another one, batter him.
And they mentioned as well, like, because all these hitmen are getting battered, they're selling all plasters and stuff like to the hitmen.
Selling the bandages, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, we're making loads of money on bandages and plasters and stuff. They just fill them in and then sell them like the stuff to make them better.
And then we have that where it's like daughter runs out and puts a plaster on one of their heads, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a cute little scene, but yeah.
Yeah, the little girl.
It's a good show. I mean, we've got the mid-season finale next week, which is I think it's going to be a good one. And
yeah, we got a little brief look as well at they've released like a mid-season trailer, haven't they? And it is an action-packed trailer. It's so sick, like the trailer is. Yeah. If you haven't watched it yet, just watch that trailer. That'll get you hyped enough to want to get up to date. Because it is this episode was a bit random. There was a few parts which confused me a little. Overall, again, it's still a good episode. Animation was great. The comedy was fun. It is just a fun show, isn't it? Like it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's just a nice, easy watch. So I do recommend it.
Yeah, like I said, this episode was like it wasn't the best episode this season, but it's obviously leading up to this mid-season finale, which is going to be very good. As going from what the trailer you've seen the trailer, but yeah, I'm enjoying the show. It's really good. That Nagamo guy, I'm looking forward to seeing more of him because as soon as he came into the show, he was such a fun guy and it's so funny and stuff. So I want to see more of him. So
he looks like he's powerful as well, doesn't he? Obviously, I want to see more of this this killer as well. Because this killer, whoever this killer is, he's obviously a beast as well, isn't he? So we've got some more characters to come and more characters to look forward to. If you haven't watched it yet, 5 episodes in, get on it, get it watched, get up to date, because it's only going to get better. This show, from what I've seen online, especially from the manga side of it, it's just going to get better and better as it goes on. This TV show, so it's going to be it's an anime to watch and get in front of before it gets too big.
Talking of animes to watch, Solo Leveling. What a episode we had this week. Yeah. Probably one of the best episodes this season, mate.
Oh, mate.
Altogether.
It's I think it was rated like a 9.8 or something of an episode. Like it was. By the way, every Saturday, so tomorrow, when this is released, we release a Nerd News now. So we're doing a proper little news segment, loads of news, anime, gaming, all that sort of stuff. Get on there. So if you are subscribed, just look at that. 6 p.m. every Saturday, we're releasing that. Mention a little bit about Solo Leveling on that because I think it's beat the record on Crunchyroll for the fastest anime or episode to reach 100,000 likes, and it was in like 7 hours. 100,000 likes. They smashed the record, mate.
And rightly deserved as well.
Rightfully so.
But yeah, with that Nerd News, like you don't need to look anywhere on the internet, mate. Just come into one little area. Me and Ian will tell you all
It's us.
all the news you need to know. All the news
You
you need
know
to
us,
know. All
man.
in
You
one
know
area.
us.
Sod IGN, all that lot. Just come to us.
IGN is shit.
What they say? Get in the bin.
Get in the bin, IGN.
Yeah, but this episode,
Very, very good episode. It starts off with Char, or whatever her name is, the dancer. She's confused, obviously, why an E rank would take a carrier mission. And he's like, does he think he's invincible? That's what she says. She like makes me laugh. Does he think he's invincible? But well, love, let me tell you, you're about to be even more in love when you find out about this man. Trust me, and trust me, she does. She gets there, mate. But her asking the miner for a weapon too, and him giving her a pickaxe, like she's Alex from Minecraft, bro. Like Jim Woo is her Steve, mate. I'm telling you, mate.
I like the bit as well. Like you see a crowbar as well. But if that was me, I would like dual wield, mate. Pickaxe, crowbar. It's gonna be mate hammering. But yeah, it's funny that she goes in with a pickaxe, mate. She must be confident in her skill and
Yeah.
yeah.
It was nice to see her from going like obviously fully kitted out in that full on gear, like sick, like proper fantasy like outfit, and then she's just tassing about now in like a jeans and t-shirt, just like in proper casual gear. I'm glad they changed the clothes because they don't do that a lot in anime, do they? They usually just keep people in a singular outfit. So just having those little like changes of characters is always, I suppose it's more relatable in a sense, isn't it?
Yeah. I like a bit as well. Like obviously we go back into the gate and we go to that great hall with all the orcs like surrounding him. And I love the bit where like all of a sudden all the orcs start like smashing their shields on the floor. And it reminded me of like seeing out of like in Helm's Deep and Lord of the Rings. Before they like charge something, they start doing like intimidating like smack on the floor, like getting ready for battle.
Best trilogy of all time.
I got Ulrich High Lord of the Rings vibes from that bit.
Mate, I put the orcs are so intimidating it made me need an anxious poo. Just watching, mate.
Pause it.
I was like, oh, mate, these are shitting me up, mate. I'm a bit scared of these guys. Oh, these are beasts, man. Like doing war cries and stuff, weren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's basically Calgon, the washing machine cleaner orc. He's basically just brought them there for the entertainment of the other orcs. So he just plans on just obliterating them all.
Yeah.
And that Ki-hoon, mate, respect to him, you know. He was the only one trying to be brave, and obviously he was a good man. He's the orc's magic though. That main orc, his magic abilities were insane. Could you imagine if he got his hands on Jinwoo's artifact? He'd have been unstoppable, man. You know, it gives him two like double like magic or whatever.
Yeah, like I say that Ki-hoon. I mean, I've liked that guy since he came into it, but when he charges on his own, and he looks back and he sees his whole team just shivering.
Yeah, they're all cowering, man.
Sniffed, yeah.
But I put hopefully they can heal him. Like Jim Woo, legit, just let him take a good beating first before helping. Just watched him getting battered for about 2 minutes straight, and then thought I probably should step in now. You know.
I like the bit here though. Like obviously he knows that Ki-hoon guy's literally the captain, and he literally asked for permission to take over from here because obviously Ki-hoon's done, mate. It's been smashed from the roof to the sea to the floor like constantly. So he's done. He's not dead. He's just done out, mate.
No,
so
he's finished. He's fainted, mate. Like when your Pokemon gets beat, he's fainted, bro.
Yeah. So that how was it? Carl Galgon, whatever his name is, he's literally just used an anti-gravity spell, just like smashed him up, mate. He's mashed him up.
Sick magic that is. There's a guy on a Mashell that's got like anti-gravity stuff, and he can like increase gravity and make people go to the floor and stuff. And when I was watching, I was thinking that's actually like a pretty sick ability, and it's certainly the way this orc's got it, where you can just basically make people fly about everywhere. That's insane. Like such a good like magic to have.
You feel same when it get in the bin, mate. Just like get someone, get in that bin.
Yeah, literally physically putting people down, in the bin, mate.
Yeah. But yeah, when Jinwoo asked for permission to take over, so what's his name? Carl Galgon's literally got these like 4 elite orcs next to him. and one of them goes to throw an axe at Jinwoo, and Jinwoo's literally just like a magic spell, grabs the guy and throws him up, throws him up to the ceiling.
Oh, mate,
You
so
never see him
good.
again. You never see him again, mate. I think he's gone, mate. He just flies up and he's gone.
Oh,
So,
one part made me laugh before they start fighting. The dancer, she made me laugh because she's inside, saw all these like orc bodies everywhere, tied her hair up, and then just carried on with the pickaxe. Even though there's like loads of swords and stuff around her, she's just carried the pickaxe with her. Like she's so confident. Like I'm just taking the pickaxe, mate. It's sick.
yeah, I got
But
chased for it
the
now.
fight scene here, mate. Jinwoo has obviously that no ability, which makes all of his summons like so much stronger. Igris, he's just murking him, mate. Like there's no tomorrow. Like just the camera angle switches. Obviously the orc's POV as well, where he gets his head chopped off, and it goes like, and the camera just goes upside down because his head's come off, and then goes dark because his eyes have closed because obviously he's died.
Yeah.
So good, mate. Like the artistic choices they've made in this, mate, and like the cinematography around it, and just everything was so visually pleasing to watch. Like unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable scene.
All the way through my notes is just like this animation is amazing, like kind of thing. Like we could talk about it, but we can't explain it. People need to watch it and see it themselves. But it's not just the action; it's the I love the little like in between the conversation in between.
Yeah, like the interaction
taunting.
as well as the action. Yeah.
So there's a bit where
The dialogue's fantastic as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Jinwoo says to the main man is like, "You have an intense aura I've never seen before. This is a terrible matchup for you, that is." So basically, gonna murk him off, and that's the bit where he literally summons that army, and it's got that spell over it as
Oh, mate, so good.
a buff over his troops in it. But
And it's like, yeah, but he's like, oh, all of my troops are just getting done. Like they're getting battered here. And Calgon's like, yeah, this is like they're actually doing well, like sort of thing. And then he just raises all these fallen orcs, doesn't he, Jinwoo does? And he's like, yeah, we've got loads more army now, mate. It's like, oh, shit.
it's that bit as well, like Jinwoo literally like raises all these orcs up, and it's like, and all the other orcs that are alive still is like, yeah, you'll be next kind of thing. I'm going to summon you when you're dead kind of thing. And then he points his dagger at Carl Galgon, and he's like, especially you kind of thing. I was like,
but like the Carl Galgon guy, I thought he was some sort of like hologram or something to begin with because he was like a glitch in Monty, almost like he was controlled. So I don't know what's going off. I'm assuming we'll find out more about obviously the portals and stuff because we don't know that much about them yet, do we? In terms of like where they've come from and stuff. So we're probably going to find out a little bit more about that. But the dancer's rolled up now, and someone needs to get out a wet floor sign, mate, because she is gushing, mate, for old Jinwoo. She is proper, mate.
Well, she comes in the room and it's just mayhem, isn't it? And like she doesn't know
because there's loads of minions because he's summoned bare people and like so she's come in and there's just like bare minions everywhere. Like there's literally like bears and shit. And that. I'm just like what?
I just want to talk about that scene where the elite orcs, like obviously the soldiers have been murked off, but then the elite orcs like go into attack. You have Igris, Iron, and Tank literally taking them out, mate. Igris takes on 2. I was like, what?
Mate, that entire like altercation there with Igris, that was probably one of my favourite parts of this entire episode, mate. Of it, that just Igris just going at him, mate. Oh my god, so good, mate.
I love that bit where when the normal troops like run up to Igris was like standing there with his sword out. He's like slashing them, and all the bits like, oh mate, it's so good.
It's so good, mate.
So
literally insane.
Jinwoo realizes obviously the Kalgalgon is like a long range attacker, isn't he? If you get close, mate, it's done.
Mate, it's a video game boss fight, isn't it? It's an absolute video game boss fight. This is a boss fight you get in like a raid or like a dungeon in World of Warcraft, mate. Like 100%.
You had a bit of interaction on TikTok, didn't you? Regarding this episode.
Oh, yeah, so I paused the episode on like a really funny like frame. So it is like basically it's just a stretched Jinwoo because he's obviously in the middle of like flying from one enemy to the other.
Yeah.
And it just looks dead funny. And for those of you who watch Naruto and know about the pain stuff, It's like a pain type thing where it looks proper stupid. So check that out on obviously either on our shorts or on TikTok. But yeah, it's proper funny, mate. Where I've paused it because he's just proper stretched out. He's just got a dead long head.
Yeah, so this whole episode is literally like Carl Galgon's literally looking down on Jim Woo, isn't he? Basically, looking down at him and his troops. I think the episode's called like "Don't Look Down on My Men" or something like that. But then obviously Jim Woo proves him wrong, doesn't he? Because he's fucking so powerful, mate. He's so powerful.
Jim Woo's an animal, man.
So Carl Galgon tries to like curse him, doesn't he? Tries to like poison him, put him to sleep. And Jim Woo's like, sorry to tell you, mate, but I've got high resistance against curses and poisons,
resistance
mate.
against it, mate.
He's got resistance against everything, mate.
It's when he turns giant and you start using them crazy fire spells and stuff. They were sick, to be fair, that Carl Galgon's attacks. He was a cool boss, mate, he was. I liked him, he was good.
Yeah, because...
when he turned the floor into like lava, that was fantastic, mate. Visually, that was so good, wasn't it? So good.
You know what made him do that, though? Because Jim Woo smashes his mask off, mate, and he's like fuming, like...
Embarrassed him, didn't he? Embarrassed him in front of his mates, hasn't he?
And he went to all that, didn't he? He went to all that. Still not good enough for Jim Woo, mate. Jim Woo murks him. Murks him clean, mate. Yeah, so... Yeah, basically, he just kills him off, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Starts off by slicing his eyeball. And then just like darting round. And
when he's using that chain as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he grabs the chain from the wall, doesn't he, and wraps him up.
Yeah, like so cool, man.
Like a turkey, mate.
Environment.
Yeah. But yeah, he gets murked off, and then guess what Jim Woo does? Rises him up.
Rise, mate.
And like other games, you get to pick your character's name, your summon's name.
Pick your minion's name.
Yeah, and he's called Tusk.
Tusk, mate. Dead original name. He's like, oh, he's got a Tusk. Yeah, I call him Tusk, innit?
And Tusk is an elite knight rank, which Jim Woo's not seen before, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that. But yeah, it's like he's collecting more like Pokemon, isn't he? He's collecting all these.
I've got to catch them all, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It makes me wonder as well because obviously since he fought the elves, like the ice elves in the earlier episodes of this season, I say earlier episodes like we're dead far in, but he couldn't summon that other guy, could he? Because he went a high enough level. But obviously he's gained loads more levels. I wonder if he obviously at that point, if he was the same level, if he could have raised him and he'd have been also an elite rank.
I was thinking as well, like, he's getting all these like awesome characters like as his minions. His dad spoke about like this is the tip of the iceberg, kind of these gates and stuff. So if he's getting all this crew together, all these like minions, what's these other things that are going to come about? If it's the tip of the iceberg or these gates and stuff, what else is below that? You know what I mean? What else is coming? How powerful are they going to be?
Yeah, I'm glad no one in the strike team died, mate. I'm glad no one in the strike team got murked off because everyone in that strike team was just like really nice people, weren't they? Like, it was all really good. Jim Woo's obviously gave that mage her notebook back with her will and stuff in it, and as we thought, Char's fully in love with Jim Woo, just in time for Valentine's Day, mate. Just in time for Valentine's Day.
When this comes out, it will be Valentine's Day. So.
It will be, mate. Jim Woo was ready, wasn't he? But we got introduced to a new character as well, don't we? Who thinks he's like the dog's bollocks, mate. He thinks he's the bee's knees, doesn't he?
A celebrity, yeah.
Yeah, he won't be a patch on our man Jim Woo, I'm telling you.
I love the little chat between Kai Hume when he goes back to his boss, which is the guild master, the glasses, the red-haired dude. And the guy's like, who do you reckon's better at me and Jim Woo? And that Kai Hume guy's literally like, dodges the question, doesn't he? It's like, and then at the end, it's like, do you reckon you could have took that dungeon on your own? And the Guildmaster's like, yeah, probably not.
Yeah, he tried. He was smart about it when he strategically just said, like, he soloed the dungeon. Do you think you'd have been able to solo that a high A rank dungeon solo? I wouldn't be able to. Like, they're disappointed, and like, I'm supposed to be like, shit up, mate. What's happening?
But then obviously the Calhoun's like, you need to get him on our team, mate. He needs to be with us, kind of thing. But then on the other hand, you got brother. You got the thing is,
Oh,
I can't remember his name now. But yeah, he's obviously trying to get Jim Woo on his side as well.
yeah, because they've met, haven't they, for food at the end part, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah,
how's it go? But yeah,
I love that kind of friendship between them two. Though that's
yeah. But what an entertaining episode that was, man. Absolutely loved it. So good.
Did you see online though that episode 8 of this season, the animation is meant to be better than this episode? That's what it said. It said that online. I think it's Anime Flow. I think. What followed Instagram? They said that the animation is better in episode. Obviously, episode 7 is next, but episode 8 is meant to be
Another
pretty
call.
decent. I mean, the animation this is brilliant. So what's to come, mate? So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Great show. Everyone I meet who watches anime, I'll say you need to watch Unleveling. A chat to it at work with Josh and obviously Ian. Josh is coming on soon, into as a guest, so probably talk about it more when he comes on. But yeah, I'm loving the show at the moment. I'm waiting for Saturday for more, mate.
Insanely good, mate. More episodes tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we've got a big episode coming soon, haven't they? Like towards the end of the season, isn't the finale like an hour long or something? I think they're probably going to release. I think they're going to release 2 in 1, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that's going to be some. Well, it won't be an hour long. It'll be like 40 minutes, but content, mate. Content. No, just that's all we've got for anime this week, guys. So if you do watch it for anime, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next one.
Good night.
But, we've not put any Fire Force purposely because for those who have been around for a long time, me and Martin, big Cobra Kai fans. Cobra Kai has released, I think. I think it's out.
Released today.
It's out now. Yeah. So it's already out. The final part of Cobra Kai. So the last episodes of Cobra Kai ever have released. So next week we'll be pretty much just exclusively show-wise discussing that. So we wanted to, obviously, American Primeval, we've been following it, watched 3 episodes so far, spoke about 3 episodes so far. Very good show, quite a new show to Netflix. We wanted to just smash that. So we have watched episode 4, 5, and 6 of American Primeval, which is obviously what we'll discuss in a minute. Because obviously next week, as I say, it's going to be purely Cobra Kai, and then the week after that, we're probably going to pick up back on some Bloodhounds, because the week after that, Marvel's Daredevil Born Again is out. And for those of you who know me, massive Marvel fan, Daredevil, one of the better shows that Marvel's ever done. Punisher's going to be in it, mate. And the Punisher show, if you have not watched the Netflix Punisher show, insane show, mate. One of the best sort of Marvel type shows probably ever. You've got to watch it, mate. Certainly season 1. Season 2 is pretty good still, don't get me wrong, but season 1 is phenomenal. So if you haven't watched that, get on it, just to give yourself a bit of a character background of who Punisher is before that comes out. You've got more than enough time to binge that if you haven't seen it, in my opinion. You're gonna struggle binging the Daredevil show before it comes out. I must admit, it's about 5 seasons, but at least watch Punisher.
And like with myself, obviously I like Marvel as well, but like the Punisher is probably one of my favourite Marvel characters. And like watching that show when it came out, I was like, yeah, they've probably done a good job with this. So I'm excited to see what they do with
John
Daredevil,
Bethel, mate. Legend, isn't he? He's so good. So good in that part. So yes, unfortunately, that's all for anime this week. But American Primeval, if you love Red Dead Redemption, give this show a watch. It's just a mini-series. We've got, 6 episodes total of it. It's got some great acting. The settings are fantastic. The set itself is fantastic. Costume design is fantastic. Props, fantastic. It's a very, very, very good show. Very gritty, well written. Just get on it. But yeah, episode 4, you get it starts off with a little bit of Mormon history on here, doesn't it? That was great to see, to be honest, because I don't really know much about Mormons. Apart from that, they're absolute nutters. But you get to. It's just basically how everyone hated them. Like everybody hated them. They were just mad, weren't they? Like when they first came around in those sort of times, absolute psycho nutters, mate. Basically, but yeah, it was good to see that because they had like almost like newspaper articles, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like, and drawn with ink and stuff because obviously it was like in the 1880 or whatever it was. I can't remember the time, 1850s or whatever. But
yeah, so
yeah,
obviously that Brigham Young's literally saying basically wants Fort Bridger as his own.
Yeah, big nose young.
And he preaches the Mormons saying that this is the land in which we are to dwell. This is Zion, basically. This is their land, kind of thing. So they want to do everything they can to make it their own, kind of thing. So obviously, as we go through the episode, we'll find out how they go about this. But I love straight away the episode where Wild Bill, obviously the sidekick of the Mormon leader, goes to buy some livestock, doesn't he, from Fort Bridger, under the nose of.
Yeah,
Obviously don't involve Bridger in it. Gets a shovel to the foot, doesn't he? Chops
toes are gone.
Chops his toes up there.
Yeah, I felt that was painful. That was the little dodgy Abraham Lincoln sort of like rip off wannabe guy. Toes are done, mate. Also, there's going to be an ongoing theme with my notes through this because Jacob, mate, he's grim. Like his head's still bleeding. How's he still alive? 2, you look gross, mate. What was the other guy called? The bounty hunters with Jacob. They found Voldemort, that little French girl. They found them. But he's just, mate, he looks, I'm pretty sure I could smell him through my screen, mate. Like, he looks stinky, doesn't he, or Jacob does. He's so grim, mate. Like, the way they've done the special effects on his head is very, very convincing.
Yeah. I love the bit where, like Virgil, it's Virgil, the one who's hunting Sarah. Obviously, the taunting Gon and Granny, aren't they? Just like harassing her, aren't they? Like, picking on her and stuff. Just like, who is this creature? Let's fucking bully it.
Just bullying her, mate. Well deserved as well.
Virgil finds out some information from one of the ones that got injured in the attack where Sarah's like shooting everyone. Finds out what he wants, blows the brains out, mate, and off they go. But we have a bit of a scene here, don't we, where Jacob's starting to question Brother Cook, like, what did you do, kind of thing, and Brother Cook's like, we're on the back, kind of thing. But then, as the episode goes on, we find out what happens with that guy.
At this point, I was like starting to proper really feel for Sarah. Obviously, when she's been through so much, hasn't she? Like trying to help her son, even if obviously she doesn't listen, she isn't as obviously as strong as she makes out she is. Especially in the scene where she has the nightmare of the bounty hunter guy finding her, and obviously Isaac has to comfort her, and he's like, you can see why I don't sleep. Like, that's what Isaac's like. Yeah. He's like, look, now you know why I don't sleep. Like, you just simply cannot. But one of the bounty hunters calling Jacob a little pecker boy and telling him that he couldn't satisfy his wife was great, mate. That was proper funny, that was. Proper hates him, doesn't he? Probably sick of sniffing him, mate. Smelly as anything, I can tell.
Yeah, that hat's holding his head on, isn't it, mate?
It's when they both have that proper pathetic like fight. They have a little scrap, don't they, like in between a style. You know, and they've like, got each other in a headlock. It's so stupid, mate. So stupid. It's not even funny. But Jacob's then battered the other Mormon. Obviously, he's got the pocket watch.
Yeah, because they go down to the river, don't they? And then that Brother Cook guy
confronts him, doesn't he? Big Brother Cook.
So rock to the back of the head, mate.
Drowned him, mate. Drowned him in the most shallow stream in the entire world. It's literally just got his mouth and nose in it, nothing else.
I think that the caving of the head though did the job, I think. But yeah, it's like a little bit of water in it, like.
One of my notes says, "Now who's the devil in?" You little.
Tell you what, though. In my notes, I've put Isaac's bear coat is sick, mate. He must be sweating his ass off.
So sick, bro.
He
That
must
is
have, he
one of
must have been
I want
sweating
one
his
of
ass
them,
off,
mate,
mate.
in real life. That is the sickest coat I've ever seen in my life, mate. That is.
But they're in like the mountains, so it's like cold and stuff. Everyone must be freezing their ass off. But this guy, mate, he must be sweating his and it's fashionable as well.
Oh yeah, it's cool as fuck.
Fashionable.
Cool as fuck. We're connecting some dots at this point as well, because obviously we find out why Red Feather took Abish or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
He's literally using her as like a communication tool for the whites to explain it wasn't natives or Red Feather's men that caused the deaths at the camp. They're like, look, it wasn't us. One of my other notes literally says horses are actually sick. That's literally all it says. I'm assuming that's from the part, you know, where they're going up that big like snowy hill on the horseback, and they're just tanking through it, mate, like nothing's happening. But yeah, I can't wait till I'm rich one day, mate. Got my own land and I can just have a horse and just dress as Arthur Morgan, mate, and just stroll around on my own land on a horse. Like, it's a good day. Damn, it's a good day to be Arthur Morgan.
Remember in Red Dead though, like the first bit where you're in the snow, mate, trekking through that snow, mate. It took me hours to get through that snow. I was like flipping it, mate. It's like, I felt the guys
just
pain.
Vibing in it, mate. I was with a bit of like country music on in the background. Like, this is so sick, mate. Like, this is so sick.
I need to get back on that game, mate. But
I re-downloaded it recently. As soon as I started watching this, I re-downloaded it.
I mean, I was watching the show. I was like, mate, Red Dead's it's calling me. It's calling me.
It's so good, Red Dead is.
But Abish goes to Edmund's camp, confirms the story that it wasn't the native Indians. It was, in fact, the Mormons with the hoods on and stuff. And then Edmund sends his sidekick, his lieutenant, with a letter to sends him to get a letter, doesn't he, to call for backup, basically. Fucking guy goes to the Mormons, doesn't he? For like 3 coins or 3 gold or whatever.
Oh, mate. Sam, mate, you got what? 10 quid for that? Well done, pal. You're going to get yourself 2 Happy Meals, mate. Grow up. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, you got a company like literally straight away. It just goes to the thinking, oh yeah, there you go, mate.
Yeah. It really shows as well, this doesn't it, like sort of how unfairly treated like some of the natives were. Obviously, I weren't there, I don't know for definite, but when you see these sort of things, like, to say America's such like a racist country in a sense, I'm not saying not all of the people there are, but they really don't like foreigners like necessarily going in there. Their land is literally built up on just foreigners, and they've took all of the natives people's land to build like Walmarts and shopping centres and like fucking all these shit shops and all this stuff. Yet they don't like it if you go to their country. Like, I'm not being funny, mate, but why don't you give all your land back to the natives and go back to Italy or go back to France or go back to Spain or go back to wherever your family's from, Ireland, mate? I guarantee you won't like that, pal.
Yeah. So Abish has fled the Edmund's camp, hasn't she? She knew she got used by Edmund to kind of identify Wolsey, the one who was at the camp. And at the end of my notes on this episode, I've put Devon gets battered by a horse.
I've just read that. But my note says Devon, the useless spesh, got banged out by a horse, took 4 good kicks. But
as Isaac has to kill the horse, obviously Devon's leg's broken as well, so puts a bit of delay on things, isn't it?
The one of the things on this episode we got as well was Sarah is actually a legend, mate. Like, you get to, you understand what she did to the bloke. Obviously, he used to strangle her and basically until she fainted, like until she passed out, and then he started to do it to her son Devin. So she literally murked him. Like, mad respect for that, mate. She's literally like, I'm not being funny, mate, but you're not putting your hands on my kid. You're done. R.I.P. End of.
Seen a bit dead.
Yeah, man, you're done for, you know. But mate, one of my notes says bunch of nutters Mormons are. I don't know what that's for. One of them says the lawman is a full-on Mormon bum bandit. Loves them, cheeky little shit. That's what one of my notes literally says, mate. I'm assuming that's when he takes the note and gets that money off. Mormon bum bandit.
So
Oh yeah,
episode
but Devin
5.
got battered, didn't he? He's broke
Yeah.
his leg, so he's got another manky leg now. But mate, that looked so real. That didn't it? His bone was literally sticking out of his shin. Good as dead in those days for a broken leg, I think.
I think I do like the Isaac's how he treats Devon as well, like a father, basically.
Yeah.
So obviously he resets his leg, but that scene was hard to watch. Hard to watch,
What
man.
that was. Just the noises of it as well.
Yeah. But this episode 5 starts off, the wolves are getting whipped, mate. Bit of
Because
S&M,
obviously
mate.
there's loads of like what 4 or 5. I think there's 5, isn't there? Survivors from what happened there. So obviously you got Sarah, Devin, 2 Moons, and then you've got obviously Jacob and Abish. They're the survivors, aren't they?
Yeah.
That entire massacre type thing. So mate, they've not done a very swift job of it, really, have they?
Yeah. Yeah. They're doing a crap job. Really bad, really bad. So
Sorry, just read one of my notes.
So Brigham Young the Mormon leader, he wants to buy Fort Bridger, basically just to burn it to the ground, basically.
Mate, my notes for him, I've never put his note. My note is Big Nose King of the Mormons rolled up to Bridges again.
But I like the bit where it's like,
Mormons.
he tries to threaten him, doesn't he? Like, have you got like an offer for me? No. I'll arrest you then. And then all of a sudden, all these people come out with guns. Like, what?
Mate, I love Bridges' character. He's so sick, mate. But there's a couple
He's a
bits
good
just before
character.
that, isn't there? Firstly, Jacob, mate, looking more grim than ever at this point. He's literally got flies on his scalp wound. Like, he's so grim. But
Yeah.
Devin's cut was infected. And obviously, Isaac's like, should we just cut it off? And like, but let's be honest, it's still going to get infected if you cut it off because it's going to be an even bigger wound then, bro. Like, my note was the only way to sort Devon is a bullet to the head. Is the best he can do, I think.
So we get a bit as well, like, the Mormons know Abish knows it's them who did it. So they're going to go to the camp, Edmund's camp, and attack it because
Sort
they want to kill Abish into it, basically. And then obviously they do, don't they? And poor Edmund, who's writing like letters and stuff, gets his little finger blown off, doesn't he? His favourite finger.
Finger's been done.
He's looking on the floor like. Then he walks out with his pistol. He's like, right then, starts blasting a few blokes, but ultimately they're overrun. The camp gets set on fire, and that Wolsey guy, I hate that guy, mate.
I hate him so much, mate. Honestly, I hate him so.
But he's the one. He's the one who kills Edmund, isn't it? Headshot.
Yeah. R.I.P. to a great character, mate. Mormons have ruined it again. You know what I mean?
But it's all down to that Edmund's lieutenant. Obviously, give away what's happening, give the position away. Mormons have gone in, murked him off. He gets a bag of money, he gets a bag of gold. It's like Judas money kind of thing. He gets killed off as well. Gets murked off as well.
He deserved it. I put a pack of wolves rip his balls clean off, but he just got a bullet instead, which was a bit more humane than my my wanted death for him. But there we are. But Sarah proper wants Isaac as well, doesn't she?
Yeah.
He's a top vote.
He might get his balls ripped off later on by wolves, in it, because just a body in the middle of the desert, in it. But
yeah, but he won't feel it. That's the difference.
Yeah, Sarah was trying to convince Isaac to go to California with him. Isaac's like, I'm not bothered, mate. And like floats off to check the horses, and 2 Moons like smiles because he knows Sarah's trying to get in there, but failing. Basically.
Yeah, but all that's happened here, right? All of this has stemmed from Wolsey. Literally everything that's happened here is all because of him. I honestly hate him so much. They obviously think they're going to fill Red Feather's lot in now too. Like they genuinely are like, we've got to just tie up all the loose ends now. We've murked off these. We're going to murk off them. Like, I'm not being funny. They're picking fights with natives. They're picking fights with the US government. Like, I don't know how they expect him to win this, mate. Like, at all. But Big Nose Mormon boss man, he's obviously gone back to Bridger as well, hasn't he? Obviously the pot where he's trying to arrest him. all
Yeah.
them proper hard-working men on his side. And he's obviously Bridger's expecting a war, and he's not bothered. And let's be honest, those Fort Bridger's a shithole, mate. It's it like it's a proper shithole. It's just in a convenient spot, like it's
Uh-huh.
proper crap, mate. It's a dive, isn't it? Or
Um,
one of the parts here, though, one of the big bits for me is we find out Isaac had a son. He had obviously a missus and a kid, and obviously, but that cabin they're in is so good, mate. You find all his backstory in that cabin. I was thinking, you know what? I'd stay there. It's all right. That does. Like the scenery around it, where they've picked it, is stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. It's just it reminded me a bit of A Way Out. You know when we escaped from prison and we was in that like valley.
yeah, like good scenery, good. It was worth escaping prison on the game, wasn't it? Just to see that scenery.
It was, mate, just to see it.
Yeah. So we have a scene in the Shoshin camp. But obviously they know the Mormons are coming for Abish. Winterbird, legend, mate, legend. That's Isaac's mother who brought him up. She's like, enough's enough kind of thing. Abish is one of us now. She's part of our crew kind of thing, so we're going to fight for her. So they're going to plan. They're going to get ready, aren't they? Red Feather tells them what happened at Edmund's camp, and basically they're next. So he gets all the crowd. It's like, come on! And all the crowd like go mental, like, come on!
The part here that made me laugh is Jacob's lost it. He's literally like on the floor monging out, and Abish has literally walked past him. On that horse, actually. Strolled past him, mate, but he's too busy in that little bit of woodland next to the path, vegged out, mate. He doesn't even know what's happening. What an idiot.
He's a crack character in this show, I'm not gonna lie.
It's proper shit, like. It's so bad, mate.
Just turn up like that. Just run around.
It's so bad. Just bullet yourself, mate. But what happens to him in the next episode, though, like,
I've got a bit.
It's rough, mate. Because this part, the back into this episode again, where you actually see, because obviously you hear that Isaac says he used to have a son or whatever, but then you see the flashback, heartbreaking scene where he's come back and he's seen his wife and his obviously son or kid. I keep saying his son. I don't even know. I think it was his son, but obviously they're dead on the floor. They've been killed. And the only thing I can think of in my head, the only reason he's agreed to do it for Sarah and Devon is because they remind him of them.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, I don't want this same fate for those. I actually will help them out and see, obviously, if I can get them as far as they need to be. But when they get ambushed and Isaac just starts murking folk off, mate. So good, mate. Great character.
Yeah, it's that bit where Virgil and his men have literally reached the cabin where they're at. Sarah's gone outside to get some medicine for Devon's leg. Virgil takes off Sora, and then his men go to blast the cabin to pieces with gunfire. Yeah. Obviously Isaac knows what to do. He's a legend, so he drops the floor covering the young kids or whatever. And when they're reloading, he comes out, doesn't he, with his pistol.
He's
blasting them all, man.
They're out. They've got no ammo. It's so sick, mate, isn't it? It's so sick, bro.
But yeah, another great episode.
That's how that ends. Decent ending, mate, for an episode that was.
And now
the finale.
So Isaac's going to go move heaven and earth just to get Sora back, mate, for Devon.
He's left 2 moons in charge of Devon. He's gone searching for obviously for Virgil, and straight to the point, mate. If you run, this is what I like about Virgil to Sora. If you run, I'll put a bullet in your face. That's literally what he says to her. Like, you can't get any more straight to the point, can you? Like, he said it dead calm as well. Like, just letting you know, if you do run, I'm going to put a bullet in your face. Like,
yeah. I think it was with Virgil. He's with his brother Lucas, and he just wants to get money for it, so they can have a good life. So that's his.
It's hard, isn't it? Like, you're conflicted because Virgil's not a criminal. He's literally it's legal. What he's doing is legal. Like, he's recovering a bounty,
Yeah,
which you
bounty,
were
yeah.
allowed to do.
Yeah.
And his brother as well. He's actually like, he seems like a really nice kid, doesn't he? Like, he just comes across as a really nice guy. He's unfortunately they've just come across Isaac, mate. So they're gonna have some troubles, mate. They're gonna have a bit of trouble.
But
Back at Bridges,
this
though, aren't
episode,
we?
the bag of money, yeah.
Yeah, Big Nose Mormon. He's gone back to see Bridget, offering one final offer for the fort, and he's got like a double satchel thing just full of cash, mate. Loads and loads of cash. But the props are so good in this show. Like, the money looked really, really like proper, genuine, didn't it? Like, authentic money.
Yeah.
Even like, what I really liked is how he had the contract, obviously written the contract up, and it was in that like leather like folder like binder thing.
Yeah.
Even that, mate, like, it just was very authentic looking, and it proper immerses you in sort of like world, doesn't it? Like, it was very good. Like, I do love the props and stuff in there. Even as far as Bridges' fingers, mate, like his fingernails are all his hands are so dirty, aren't they? Like, dirt all under his fingernails and around his fingernails and all that sort of stuff. Like,
working man,
they've done such a great job, mate. Very good.
So this bit where Jacob's monging out in the wilderness while Bill finds him.
Mate, I put, how is Jacob still alive? Fucking Walking Dead, mate. What is he doing?
I mean, I'm sure like a wolf would have like grabbed his head, like ripped his
just nibbled on him while he's fast asleep, mate.
He wakes up, his hair's gone. He's like, "Oh, I'll just put the hat back on." But yeah, so while Bill finds Jacob monged out in the wilderness,
Daddy Five takes him back.
It takes him back to the Wolves' camp to join this attack on the Shoshone camp. And they lie to him, don't they? Say to Jacob, "Oh, the native Indians have killed your wife, mate. So you're gonna have to help us, take some vengeance in it." So, and then they get the old bagheads out, don't they? Get the old bags, get that bag on your head,
stinky mate. Sackhead, mate. Absolute stinky sackhead.
Do you remember that scene out of Django Unchained?
Mate, Django's so good. Oh, what, with the KKK one? Where he's like, my wife spent all night cutting these holes, and he storms off, doesn't he?
I can't see a thing. I can't see a thing.
I can't see a damn thing.
And when they attack, they go in all different directions, don't they? Because they can't see.
They're like running into each other and stuff. Where is it? I put, funnily enough,
spent all night.
Mormons are essentially KKK at this point, stinky sackheads. And I put where is it? I put something about there, like the lack of them being able to see. Like, they'd be so much better if they didn't have sacks on their head. It's got to be a major inconvenience, because even when you turn like that and sack just moves, you can't see anymore. You like that because they're not fitted. They're just dead baggy, like fucking woven sacks, aren't they?
Like potato sacks upside down, aren't they, mate?
Proper nutters, mate. They are. I'm telling you.
You definitely run into like a wall or something all the time, wouldn't
you? It's proper inconvenience themselves. Well, obviously we then get this scene where there's wolves trying to get to Devon and Two Moons. So she's wasting all the ammo on these. They're barely wolves, mate, to be honest. They're smaller than German Shepherds. Like, they're not even that big. Do you know what I mean?
Basically Chihuahuas. No.
Yeah, they literally are pugs, bro. Like, genuinely just Chihuahuas, mate. They're about the same size as a fox, bro. I swear to God, mate. But they've got in there. They're a bit lethal, aren't they? They've nicked old Two Moons, but she's managed to fill him in because she's one of the best characters, mate. She don't even speak. She's one of the best characters. Easy.
Yeah. I agree with that. But we have.
Hey, I thought, why stop taking Jacob places? Someone please put a bullet in the man's head. He's a mess. That's literally one of my notes, bro. Like, he's so fed up of seeing him at this point.
This I put my notes here. Remember that guy, Virgil guy? Dead meat. so basically, Isaac managed to catch up with Virgil and his men, murks off Virgil and his men.
Oh no, it was that other part, that Tilly guy. So they left one of the guys, like, Tilly, you stay behind. Obviously, if anyone comes, finish them off. So obviously, Isaac runs into this Tilly guy and ends up just basically like murking him off. But what Isaac does is he puts this Tilly's body on the horse tied up as a distraction, sends the horse in. Mate, tactical genius, absolute Western Batman, basically, in my opinion. Like, he sent him in, so they're all like shooting this body, and they're like, find out, oh, it's Tilly, like, Tilly's done for, bro. And he's taken a couple out, injured Lucas, which is a shame because he's all right, to be honest. I didn't mind Lucas. He was quite polite. Even when they had it was like, look, just please, like, don't say anything. Just make it easy for yourself, that sort of thing. He's a nice guy. And then you get you get a full scrap, don't you, mate, between Isaac and Virgil. He's a bit of a beast, to be honest, isn't he?
Yeah, it's Boomerang, isn't it? Suicide Squad.
Bit of a beast, mate.
But yeah, so Lucas is obviously injured. He's in the bush, and he hears his brother getting murked off, mate. Gets stabbed up. Does he get stabbed up or get throttled? I can't remember. I think he gets stabbed up.
Basically, Isaac gets him one of these, doesn't he? That big sleep roll like that. Yeah, and Sora comes up and shanks him up with like a horn or something. I don't know what she's got. It's not a knife, is it? It's literally something mad, mate. I don't know what she's got. Like a shark tooth, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Jaws' tooth, like.
Oh, my next note is R.I.P. Virgil. Lucas about to try and make a name for himself.
So, and then straight after that scene, we have the Mormon attack, don't we? Mormon attack on the Shoshin camp.
Oh, mate, to be fair, though, the sad moment after that where when Isaac and Sora get gone and Lucas goes up to Virgil and obviously he's like crying and stuff. He's like, Virgil, wake up, wake up. And like, I felt so bad, mate, because he's just doing his job, mate. Like, it's fully legal. He's not even a criminal. Like, he's not doing anything wrong. He's just unfortunately ended up going for the wrong bounty, bro. Do you know what I mean?
That's the West, isn't it? The Wild West, mate.
Yeah, man.
Well, this attack on the camp, the Shoshin camp, mate. That's what a scene this was, mate. Madness. The best part of the scene was Wolsey, tomahawk to the head.
Oh,
finally,
red feather.
Murked off, mate. Murked off. So, yeah.
Woo-hoo, mate, that's so good, that scene, man.
Yeah, red feather, obviously, it takes a few bullets, doesn't he? But he gets Wolsey, mate. Puts a tomahawk through his head, mate. I was like, oh, I'm so relieved, mate.
Vindicated, mate.
But I read a bit of a scene with Jacob. Do you want to tell him about that?
Mate, all I've put is Jacob shot Abish. Ha 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 ha. Basically, he's obviously going in on one, and obviously she's got full on like Native American war paint on, Native American dress and stuff.
But he's got a bag on his head, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's it. That's what it was. In my opinion, though, I literally saying like, if that was my missus, I'd still know what she looks like just because she got a bit of paint on her forehead. Doesn't mean she looks completely different, bro. Like, it's because of that stinky rotten sack on his head. He's blasted his missus, mate, and he's clicked onto it being Abish as well. Honestly, this is the best part of the show. What a moron! His head's proper gone. He starts laughing. It's like he goes to kiss her, and then he realizes she's dead. But I don't think he's played any role in any movie or show where he's not mental. Like, he either goes psycho or he is psycho. Like, he's just a nutter in pretty much every part he plays. Even in Spider-Man, he's obviously a nutter in that. But he's obviously then realised he's murked off his own missus, so he's just put a bullet in his own head, hasn't he? Part that got me here, mate, Red Feather. He's in the middle of a battlefield, and he calls for his daughter and hugs his daughter in the middle of this battlefield. Like, I understand the sentiment, but if that was me, mate, I'd pick her up and I'd be getting gone. I'd be making sure she's not in the line of fire, like, in crossfire power, like.
Is it? I thought it was his son, wasn't it?
I don't know what it is, mate.
But yeah, this scene was a really good scene, really good action scene. But some people get murked off, don't they? Some big names get murked off. Winterbird, mate, gone, dead.
Oh yeah.
Red Feather, dead. Young Elk, dead. Abish, dead. I didn't expect that at all.
Jacob,
I didn't expect her to get killed.
Wolsey, dead.
Yeah, I was talking about the good people, yeah. But yeah, the other people as well get murked off. But the good people, Red Feather, Winterbird, mate. Done, mate.
I did feel sorry for Abish a bit, to be fair.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all.
No, I didn't. Not it being him anyway. I'm glad that's how they did it though. That's like a full circle for his character, innit? After all of that, he's murked his own wife off.
his head's gone though. His half a head's gone in it. So
Yeah, and then straight after that we get a scene where obviously just Sarah, they're all reunited basically. Isaac, Sarah, Devin, Two Moons, and they're on the road again, mate.
On the road again,
like we expected. And to be fair to Big Nose Mormon leader, he did say, "I'll give you a couple of days, mate, and then I'll come back to the fort with torches ready, and we're just going to set fire to it." And they did wait a couple of days. But I bet, mate, that wood is so damp. Surely it'll be a nightmare to get a fire started with that.
I just love like it's the final night where everyone's just like boozing, mate. Good old session, mate.
They're all in the bar.
Bar's on fire.
Bridgie goes, whatever's behind the bar is free. Take what you want. Everyone's buzzing, mate. So they've literally just gone in there, mate. Just raided the bar. Everyone's getting blitzed. You've got Abe Lincoln ripoff. That was one of my favourite parts actually. So obviously Bridger chops his toes off in an earlier one. He comes back and he's like, "Oh, Bridger, yeah, what do you think of this?" Goes and chucks his torch and sets fire to Bridger's house. Bridger like strolls in, comes back out with the spade that he used to cut his toes off. I was like, "What a genius, mate!" And it's when he walks in, looks at him, and he goes, "I've grown partial to this blaze." Fucking love him, mate.
He walks into the burning house just to taunt him, doesn't he? Just to bring that shovel out.
Bridges he's one of my favourite characters, mate. He's so sick. So good. But the other part as well is those 5 nutters that are still in that bar singing, just having drinks, whilst it's just on fire, mate. It's literally on fire.
Yeah, one good session, aren't they? One good final time, and that's it.
I rate that, mate.
We got so we have another scene where obviously Isaac makes a crutch for a Devon, mate. Unstoppable now, mate. He's fucking running around all over.
Fastest one yet, mate. It's the fastest crutch yet, bro.
It's like a Linford Christie one, mate.
It made me laugh because when he was like, there was like, "Devin, try it out," and he's like, you can tell the actor. You can tell the person who plays Devin doesn't know how to use a crutch because he was like running and then putting it down, running and putting it down. I was like, he's not using it right. Fuck all wrong with him, mate. He's obviously doing it for benefit for all, bro.
It's like the goal by doing this.
Oh, it's quite a wholesome scene that was, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, the final scene, mate.
Oh, mate, Isaac and Sarah. Back for flirting now, having a cheeky kiss goodbye now too. As obviously she's told him to leave and obviously head back. As obviously they'll be fine for the last half mile. It's literally half mile left. So they have this like emotional thing. Isaac goes off, and she opens the satchel back up, and he's left the money. Like he's like done it for free basically. He's not taking any money off or anything like that. Honourable man, firstly. However,
left a gun as well, hasn't he?
However, mate, Lucas has turned up, hasn't he? And he looks evil. Absolutely evil, mate. And do you know what? This scene could have been saved I think it could have gone better if Isaac didn't turn up. Because all she needed to do was reach for that gun and she was nearly there. And then Isaac turned up. And I think that's what messed everything up. Because she could have simply pulled that gun out and killed Lucas. However, Isaac's rolled up because he's noticed something, and he's fully medieval style jousted him clean off his horse, like literally gored him off proper speared him clean off this horse, and he's just strangled Lucas. But our man's taken a bullet, hasn't he? Sacrificed himself.
Bullet to the chest, mate.
What a great man.
Yeah, unfortunately, he dies. What a sad moment. It was the best character in the show, and
it was so good, mate. Like, all the way through it, like such an honourable guy. Like he was really just doing everything he could to try and keep him safe, and even to the very end, he's kept him safe all the way up to the ending, mate. Up to his demise. Sarah, Devon, and Two Moons have given him a proper send off, obviously with Two Moons as a guidance of a Native American send off. I assume that's what that was, not a Viking one.
Yeah.
So I was thinking in my head.
Oh, what's going on here? Ragnar.
Odin's come down, mate. But yeah, they've they can see they can see Crook Springs, so they've set off. They can see Crook Springs in the distance. So they're looking at it, and then they're like, let's go California instead. And my one note for that was brave. Like, I'm not being funny. How far away is California from Crook Springs? Like, they've been through all of that. How's that not going to happen on the way down to California, mate? Do you know what I mean? How are they going to have a safe journey down there, pal?
You're done for, mate. You're done for.
Literally
And
done
that's it.
for, mate.
And it ends then, doesn't it? And that's it. What another fantastic show we've watched.
I'm going to Google this now. Crook Springs maps.
Well, find the
it's in
find
Missouri.
the mileage.
Directions. California.
Them horses have been knackered as well. At that point.
Bro, it's a 6-hour drive. On horseback, that's got to be like 4 days, mate. They're mad, they are.
They want that tanning action on the beach, don't they? That's what they want. Venice Beach, mate. They want to get to Venice Beach. Get some weights going, mate.
Fair play to them.
But yeah, I wonder
about a week's journey. About a week's journey for them three. That is.
If we do a season 2 of that, I don't know if it'd be better just to go with some new characters, like see their journey.
I don't want them to. I think they should just leave it, mate. Leave it as is. Don't even bother. Because I know they're on about bringing a Shogun season 2 out, and I don't want them to bring that out. If I'm honest with you, I'm happy with how that ended, and I don't like it when they start. I had the same feelings with Solo Leveling as well, though. Like, I did enjoy Solo Leveling season 2, the first part of it anyway. I was very content if they didn't add the stupid pink hair bit at the end of the season 1. I'd have been very content.
I talk about Squid Game, or I said
on Squid Games, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'd have been very content on Squid Games.
Yeah.
So like Squid Game season 1, if they didn't add that ending part, I'd have been content with that show just being a season 1. And then same with what's it called? Shogun.
Yeah.
Shogun. They've announced season 2 for that or whatever, but I'm more than happy with that being one season. Like, sometimes it's enough. Like, it's fine. The story's concluded in a sense. I don't care if they get to California. That's not the point of them going to California. The point is, obviously, they've got to that part where they're going through. They've made that decision at the end to actually just do what they want to do and not take this bounty and the fact that they've got people after them sort of and ruin their life, essentially, just to think, you know what, we're just going to do what we want to do. And they're just going to Taz down there. I don't want to go in and say, oh, yeah, actually, they were murked off, innit?
I think it's a Squid Game, though. You had to, when you had that stupid pink hair, you're like, I've got to find out what happens to him with that stupid pink hair.
That's what I mean. If they just didn't include that ending, if they didn't include that end part,
what the hell's going
on Squid Games, it would have been perfect. Like, it'd have been a very perfect ending, a very very good season 1 and the last season as well, really.
With that stuff like that, Squid Games and stuff, it's obviously they've got more books in it or whatever it is, so they've got to cover the story on it. But you love that voting bit, though, didn't you? You love that. You told me.
Voting bit was the only good bit about it.
But yeah, Primeval, it's on Netflix. Watch it if you haven't watched it already. Very good show. Very well put together. It will definitely be on our 2025 list at the end of the year, kind of thing. I think it will. Depending on what comes out this year. Daredevil's coming out, so that might be fine.
Daredevil's going to be a beast. A beast. But there's always new shows coming out. But yeah, we'll have some more anime next week for you. More Cobra Kai. Been a long awaited. We'll see how that plays out. Is Quan Equals gone? Or is Quan still alive? Does he survive? I don't know. That rhyme that did as well. That was sick.
I think it's that Quan guy. He literally landed on a blade, and his final squeal is like, ah! He's definitely dead, mate. He's definitely dead.
Got to be.
But yeah, So Cobra Kai next week. So join us next week. We're going to talk about some karate. So
Kung Fu,
yeah,
mate.
we're going to smash that Ian said earlier. Smash the third part, the final part. A great series, I think. To be honest.
Yeah, it's
really
been great.
enjoyed it.
It's been
Really
very
enjoyed
good.
it.
Very good. So yeah, American Primeval. Oh, I'll give that a solid 8 out of 10 show. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Good show.
Good Wild
Very good
West.
show.
Good Wild West show, isn't it? Makes you want to
Yeah.
play Red Dead again.
Yeah. Oh, Red Dead's so sick, mate. I was watching some the modded Red Dead. They put all the GTA like vehicles in it. Someone just has them out in an airplane and stuff. It was proper good, mate.
I saw someone go on an Amazon van, mate. Like delivering like gear and stuff.
Yeah,
in
that was
like
the one. That was one of the ones I saw as well. There's someone in the Prime Amazon Prime van, mate.
delivering like gear to people's houses and stuff. But yeah,
Oh,
Cobra
so
Kai
good.
next week. Solo leveling Sakamoto days next week also. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Cobra Kai next week, to be honest. Finish that off. But yeah. So this is out on a Friday. Tomorrow we've got Nerd News. Sunday we've got another episode of A Way Out. So we're going to keep bringing it to you. We're here.
It's coming out.
Just
We're
enjoy
getting
it.
there. So yes, if you did like it, do the usual: like, subscribe, get in the Discord, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you want. Basically, just get in there. Just get there. Follow us. All good.
Join the Discord, as we say every week. Yeah. Come chat to us. Come chat to us.
The Discord's the main one. We need more peeps in there. We've even got some custom emojis getting in there now. We've got a classic in the bin emoji in there, mate. Infamous in the bin. But yes.
Get out.
Get out. That'll be yours, mate. I'll be getting in the bin. You'll get out. But yes, if you did enjoy this episode, guys, leave a comment. Let us know what your thoughts are on American Prime, even if you watched it, Sakamoto today, Solo 11, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, we appreciate you being here. Appreciate you listening, watching. Follow us on Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Podcast. We're everywhere. And yes, we love you and we respect you. And we will see you in the next one.
Say it. Peace and
prosperity.
Take care,
Godspeed.
Bye.